The Acer macrophyllum, more commonly known as the big leaf maple, is the producer of maple syrup and maple blooms, the latter of which I will be cooking into Maple Blossom Fritters, and the former will be store-bought and used as a dip. Big leaf maple is a native, long-lived, medium to large-sized deciduous tree that often grows to 80 feet tall. The leaves are simple, light green, and opposite, between 15 to 30 centimeters wide and almost as long. The flowers are yellow, fragrant, and produced with the leaves in April to May. The bark is smooth and gray-brown on young stems, becoming red-brown and fissured, broken into scales on the surface. This tree is a very flood-tolerant species and is found along the northwest coast from mid-California up to Canada. It attains its best development near borders of foothills, low mountain streams, and in river bottoms. The big leaf maple provides shelter for all animals found in this region. Its seeds provide food for squirrels, chipmunks, mice, and a wide variety of birds, and elk and deer browse the young twigs, leaves, and saplings for food. On a more scientific level, a single mature big leaf maple tree in a Pacific Northwest rainforest supports many epiphytic plants, including almost a metric ton of moss biomass. In moist climates, it can be planted on sites infected with laminated rot for site rehabilitation. It can also accelerate nutrient cycling, site productivity, revegetate disturbed riparian areas, and contribute to a long-term sustainability. If you want to harvest from the big leaf maple, it's best to harvest the flowers before they become pollinated. While doing this, it's important to remember to follow the 120 rule. That is, making sure that there are 20 other flowers in the area you want to take from before taking one, and harvesting from multiple places. The best time to harvest the big leaf maple sap is between December to February. You need to harvest while temperatures continuously fluctuate between freezing and not freezing. While harvesting, be aware of your location from the road. It could be hazardous to eat wild foods harvested closer than 50 feet from roads, and you'll want to harvest even further from freeways. It is illegal to harvest in national parks, on private property, or in state and city parks. It is legal, however, to harvest in national forests with a permit. Snoqualmie Mount Baker National Forest is a good example of this. And it is also legal to harvest on the Department of Natural Resource lands. Historically, the big leaf maple has been used for a multitude of things. The inner bark was often dried and ground into powder and then used as a thickener in soups or mixed with cereals when making bread. The syrup was collected and used. An infusion of the bark was used for the treatment of tuberculosis, and fiber was gained from the inner bark and used in making ropes, baskets, and dresses. Even more, the large leaves were used for storing food to help preserve them or burned in steaming pots to add flavor to food. Unfortunately, the big leaf maple has a few threats: carpenter worms, wood-rotting fungi, root rot affecting overmature maples, beavers, and people. The recipe that I'm following today just asked me to make regular pancake batter. So to do this, I'm going to mix in 1 egg, 1 cup of flour, and 1 cup of milk until it has a nice consistency with no chunks left. Then we're going to transfer over to the oven, where I'm going to put in some vegetable oil into a skillet and turn it on to medium-low and wait for that to heat up. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and dip the maple fritters into the pancake mix that we've previously made, and we're going to have them simmer in the oil until they turn a crispy golden brown. I'm going ahead and mixing them all into the one skillet, but you can do them individually if you prefer. Alright, now that they're done, we're going to go ahead and flip them over and let the other side cook. Alright, we're going to go ahead and transfer those maple blossoms over onto a plate and then pat them dry with a paper towel. Finally, we're going to take some maple syrup. I chose Mrs. Butterworth's since that's what I had in my pantry. And we're going to go ahead and put that on the plate or over the maple blossoms. I chose to dip mine in. And then enjoy.